why God makes some people suffer and other people happy or enlightened even. So the question for today is just this. Why does discrimination? Well, some people seem to be suffering and others are happy or seem to be. So first of all, let's understand or decode this idea of suffering. So the idea of suffering, that it is bad, is a biased understanding. It's a biased perspective. Suffering is not bad in the eyes of reality. Because only with suffering you can know what's wrong with your current understanding, with your current perception of life. There is some mistake you are making in your understanding of yourself and others and the world. So there is a misperception of the world that causes suffering. There is ignorance, that means. What kind of ignorance there is? It's you are not believing or you're not finding the truth. You're just believing in the lies. That is the source of suffering. So somewhere your perception is distorted, and that's a sign. That's an alarm, and that's why there is suffering. So whatever God gives you is grace. This is not a belief. This is not an ideology or a philosophy. Whatever I say is based on truth and my direct experience of truth. So just open your mind and see that suffering is not bad. It leads you to truth, to enlightenment, to a better life, to a happier life. So it's not the complete picture when we say suffering is bad, and it's completely distorted perspective. So when we differentiate like this from a limited understanding, the limited minds that we have, we see suffering as unwanted or unacceptable. So the complete understanding says you are suffering and that will help you in your life in some way or the other. It's a blessing in disguise. The suffering can be seen as a purification process. So the whole point of suffering is to make you aware and help you let loose of the grip that you have on the ego. That means your individual self, the I that you feel that you are. You have to see the truth of the I that you are, that you assume yourself to be. You're believing yourself to be this person, but is this correct from truth perspective? We don't know. We need to explore and find out. So that is all spirituality or spiritual growth is about. To realize the truth that you are and discriminate between what is true and what is false in your experience. So if you are asking this question for yourself, that means you are suffering yourself, and that means that you have the potential to be enlightened, to get a better life, to be happy. So suffering leads to a good life. It is a sign, it is an alarm that makes you aware, that makes you rethink and reconsider life as you are believing right now. Maybe it is not true. Maybe it's not everything. It's not the complete truth. So you take a step back and then understand life and strip away all the beliefs that you have. So this is what suffering does. It makes you reconsider or re-examine what you have been knowing or what you think you know. So God doesn't make you suffer. It's your own mind that is in a distorted way, thinking in a distorted way, and that is what leads you to suffering, and then to break free of suffering, that is enlightenment. So enlightenment, as Buddha also said, that it is the end of suffering. So only if you suffer in the extreme sense, then you can only know what is true freedom, because then only you will be curious or intensely passionate enough to break free of this circle of suffering, vicious cycle of suffering. So God's grace is always there on you. It's not that if you are suffering then it's not there. God is always helping you to grow and evolve. Hope this brings some clarity. Thank you.